Back to Two Brothers Sports Podcast. It is Wednesday, September 17th. We're coming at you with NFL Week 3, college football Week 4 picks, sponsored by Zinni Zin Zimbabwe's, and a new Micah Parsons jersey. Finally came in the mail. Thank you, NFL Pro Shop. Thank you, Micah Parsons. Thank you, Jerry Jones. But the floor is Max's. You know why? Because Max went 5-1 in NFL. 3-0 in college football, and the man is on an absolute tear. So, Max, the floor is yours. Welcome back, as always. I want to know somebody's got to text us and let us know that they rode with Max's picks and they listened. And I want to see those bet slips because dude was on fire. Good shit, Max. Thanks for holding up both sides of the pot at this point.
Yeah, man, of course. I just try to do my best around here. And yeah, it was a great weekend. Fantastic weekend. Um, I don't count Sundays as the weekend, if I'm going to be honest. So, Friday, Friday, and Saturday was great. Sunday can kiss ass. And yeah, I mean, we can get into more here, but I'm just ready to talk shop. I wasn't too confident going into my picks this weekend, if I'm going to be real, but yeah, it was fun. It was a great weekend.
And I love how you can say that Sunday wasn't fun, even though you went 5-1 just because of how the Bears did. And that's honestly, that goes to show I went 1-2 in college football and 1-4 in NFL picks. And I'm probably more happy than you are, even though all I got was a Green Bay Packers win. Not we'll get into Notre Dame here in a second. I'm done with those guys. But yeah, it goes to show that no matter how much we put into this, when it comes to the picks, our teams will always come before that. That loyalty will never die. But Max, hats off to you though, dude. Great weekend. And honestly, I'd say a couple were close, but I mean, a lot of them were pretty damn easy. So we'll get into the NFL picks here. Let's start with the college football recap. And we will, of course, end with the Irish. So we're going to go over the picks. Max, tell us about your 3-0. I know you got to watch some of it. I know you had widespread panic both days this weekend, but still managed to go 3-0. So we love that. Was able to enjoy the concerts. Did you get a chance to watch any of these winners that you had?
Oh, sorry. That shit in my eye. Yeah, so I really only watched Georgia Tech, and money line in hindsight is what I would have put. But I did hammer a good bit on Georgia Tech plus 3.5, which it was my pick. And I watched that up until I think like late in the fourth, and just knew. I was like, yeah, Georgia Tech was controlling the game the whole time. Clemson would get close a little bit, get within three and whatnot, but Georgia Tech always just kept pulling on further. So great job. I think Clemson, as we saw, was fraud. What were they? They were like seventh to start the year or something.
Dude, I think they were like 3 or 4. I thought it was a little higher than that.
Damn. So yeah, when they played LSU, yeah, because LSU was ranked lower than them.
Mhm.
Shit. So Fraud City, Dabo, now that a lot of people can pay their players, and we're seeing that with a couple other teams, just now that more people can pay their players. It's not saying that Dabo was, but like it just opens the whole market. Dabo is a good recruiter and was a good recruiter, but I think it's way more hard for him because morals and all that stuff. So I don't know how much he's willing to give into that NIL shit. But there's
Yep.
fun. And Cade Klubnik, Bumnick, he doesn't look good. Georgia Tech, though, I said it. They're a fun team. They did some damage last year as well, and they're going to do some damage this year again. They watch them sneak into the fucking playoffs.
Dude, that would be insane.
Let me let me let me check that real quick. See if I can. Right now, Georgia Tech playoffs. Can't even find it. I'm sure I skimmed over it. No, because there's no way they're behind. Georgia Tech, Georgia Tech, Georgia Tech. I don't see them. That's bullshit. There's no way NC State is higher than Georgia Tech.
NC State's not even favored this week at Duke.
Georgia Tech's not here. Fresno State, Mississippi State, South Carolina. They got to be like right around. They're not. Dude, I don't see them.
Hmm.
Hey, oh, there they are. They're way higher than I thought. That's why. They're damn. It's plus 190 to make playoffs now. That's crazy.
That's, I mean, damn.
That's
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah, I love that. I thought that was a great pick. That was one I ended up playing as well. Um, but yeah, no, Haynes King is he's a fun dude to watch. I will say that.
He is, dude. They're a fun team to watch. They just like run around and do their thing. Um,
Let's
but
see what
that
else. Yeah, LSU game. I watched that a little bit. Was more watching the Notre Dame game, so I can fill you in a little there. But honestly, they dominated from start to finish. Just defense. That LSU defense. That LSU team's an under team. Um, it's one of those
Florida fucking
where,
sucks.
huh?
Florida fucking sucks too.
Yeah, they are not good. We'll get to it when we get into the picks, but there's one fading Florida that I'm just all over. Haven't decided if it's making the pick, but I'll definitely be playing that. And then South Florida, Miami, you kind of did you got the first week right with LSU and Clemson. Then you went under with SMU Baylor, got burnt there. Learned the lesson here with USF Miami and got that over. So,
Yep.
yep, we're back on the high over under track. So I think you're starting to see him clearly and take
Oh, I
advantage
think we're
there.
starting to see it clearly now.
Oh yeah.
The
And
rain is gone.
yes, and plus 18 and a half. Super Dog did not hit. But
Yeah. Um,
that's okay. You did hit the main over, so that's good there. So 3-0.
and I
Big.
did want New Mexico State. I had it screenshotted just in just a
Oh,
second.
over UCLA.
So that sucks. But on to your lovely picks.
Ugh. Washington State did not cover my plus 5.5 at all. They lost, I think, by 40 points. So that's like a 45 reversal if we were trying to keep score of how close that we keep it. I think they lost 52 to 14, I want to say. Um, is what it is. Can't do much about it now. But yeah, I'm trying to pull up the score. It's not. Uh,
So it still is Pac-12, I guess. 59 to 10.
even better. Yeah, so lost that one by a lot. Yeah, I'm one of the silly dumb guys that Vegas got on that. So lost that one by a lot. Duke Tulane, I'm pretty sure only hit because oh shit, I really hope I didn't fuck this up because now I'm thinking they might not have actually hit, and I might have gone 0-3.
34-27. What did you have?
Oh, 34-27. Okay, yeah, 61. Um, yeah, okay. Phew. Okay. So I got to buy a touchdown though. So not much. Um, and then Florida, or I mean, not Florida, Colorado. Had first half were looking good. Second half, they just decided that they didn't want to beat Houston. Um, I don't think Dion's on the hot seat, but he's on my hot seat. I'm not touching Colorado with a 10-foot fucking pole. I'm gonna burn myself. So
Yeah, iffy when you said that, but you know,
hey, sometimes you think you know someone and you just don't. And that's just how it is. And then Wisconsin was kind of close in the plus 21 range. Was kind of hanging around that 21.
it's crazy
Oh,
that they were 18 and a half come kickoff.
yep. Yeah. And even then, they still lost, I think, by 24.
23.
No, sorry, 23.
24. 24, you're right. And I think Larson live bet it or something, and he alt betted it to be 24 and a half. And he hit it. He's like, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. So Needless to say, not my best. On this week, don't know. We're just in a little bit of a funk, I suppose. Still trying to see the board clearly. I got a lot of things in my life that are maybe muddying up the waters. I think we're gonna be all right this week. But aside from Notre Dame, Max, any other takeaways on the college football front that you want to hit on from this week? Any other highlights, games, teams we haven't mentioned?
Maybe just a little bit. Um, I wish Sean could be here and see this. Granted, this was another widespread kind of conflict. Not, I don't know. It was a widespread conflict, and unfortunately, I had to walk into the concert at my state of mind, and just with 18 seconds left, W had the ball in the red zone. I just had to turn my phone off and say whatever happens happens, and I think that was for the best. And whatever happened did happen. I watched the rest of the game the next morning, like someone like posted it or whatever on X, and just watched the rest of that uh, touchdown and overtime, and it was fantastic. I wish I could have been there. I was thinking about going up and tailgating. Shout out to the boys. Shout out Rich Rod with an all-time press comp or whatever post-game interview on field. Post-game interview,
Yep.
just fantastic. Them boys don't quit. He's so back. He was also on Pat McAfee. Check that out. He was goofing around. He's hilarious. Pat McAfee, former player for him as well. So sweet to see that. Unfortunate, we don't play them for another. What was it? I forgot the days, but I think it's 4 years. We don't play them until 20.
Yeah.
So I'm fortunate about that. But we get to hold that dub for the next 4 years, which is sweet. And I will definitely be making it back. Probably not to Pitt, but I'll go to Morgantown in 2030. Jesus Christ, 2030 sounds crazy to say.
It does sound crazy.
I'll be hitting Morgantown for that though. I love it. Eat shit, Pitt. Fuck you, Sean, but I love you. That's about it for because that's the only
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Let's see. Georgia, Tennessee. I know you didn't get a chance to watch that, but that was electric. Tennessee had that in the bag for a little bit. Missed a very crucial field goal. I thought honestly, for the most part, Tennessee dominated that game. They did come out a little hot. 21-7 at the end of the first quarter up on Georgia. You know how it goes. This isn't normal Bama, but Saban Bama and Georgia.
Kirby Smart.
You even see with like Ohio State where like you go down, uh, you might you get up on Georgia or Alabama with Saban or Ohio State, and you're like, oh, I'm up, we're ahead. We just have to hold on to this two touchdown lead. Slowly but surely, it's the first quarter. You got three more quarters, and Georgia slowly clawed their way back. Was able to put a dent in it before halftime, and then really just came up big. Um, when it came to overtime in the fourth quarter. A lot of good stops. Got lucky that the nerves probably got the best of the Tennessee kicker. I was watching with Spencer. We were at his place, and he called it early. He's like Tennessee's about to miss. Like he's like, I don't care what the yardage is, as long if it's over 40, this Tennessee kicker is missing. No doubt in my mind. He came up, he goes, all he's thinking about is the girls he's gonna talk to after the game, after he hits the game winner to beat Georgia in Knoxville. Like the guy's a legend. He had all of that in his head. Just pushed it right a little bit, that's a case of the yips there. He did come back and make a field goal in overtime. So that was clutch but wasn't enough as Georgia ended up scoring on their first drive after Tennessee kicked the field goal and really, was able to put it on. I feel terrible for Tennessee fans. They pretty much had the game on lock. Just kind of slowly. I mean, seeing this with tons of teams where you get up on a team and you just kind of slowly let them back in. You change your gameplay to running the ball, eating up clock. You're not really you don't really gain momentum, and that's kind of long story short, that's what I saw from that game. But a really good game nonetheless. Georgia's got some holes on defense. Not the same Georgia defense we're used to. So
Nope.
Aguilar, 371, 4 TDs on basically 67% completion percentage. He's a guy we got to watch out for. Um,
App State boy can ball.
yep, App State to UCLA and then did a swap with Nico. So I think Tennessee got the better of the value. I have no reason to think that Tennessee can't come back and make the playoff again after last year. I think they're defensively they're better. I know they let up 44, but defensively they do look a little better. Offensively, absolutely more explosive. When you had guys like
Hey,
Dylan Sampson, they look like they actually have competent offense, which they didn't necessarily have last year. So interested to see that.
yeah,
Brazel,
Chris Brazell, yeah.
dude, stud. He just
177, only 6 receptions.
he looked.
177.
I mean, we'll get to Neighbors here later, but he looked how Malik Neighbors looked against the Cowboys, where jump ball, it looks like he pushes people over. He doesn't. He just has the leverage and he gets to the right spot. Like he had a very Neighbors versus Cowboys game where it's just
Yeah.
like big catches after big catch. No way he should catch that ball. Guy on Georgia loses the ball in the air and he just jumps over him. Like so many times. It was the least disciplined Kirby Smart defense I have ever seen from a Georgia perspective. So I'm willing to bet you Georgia might have the for any team that won this week in college football, Georgia probably has the hardest practices this week after that performance. Um, there's a lot of holes there. They did win, but at the same time, I think that there's a lot of that going on where they'll get things better. But is what it is. And then without I'll get to Notre Dame. Don't you guys worry. Everyone wants to hear it. They come here to listen to Bears and Notre Dame and Green Bay, just sadness usually. Um, so there's that. I just wanted to double check if there's any other games that popped out on the top 25 front. And not really. So we'll just get to it. Chris Ash needs to go. D coordinator, new D coordinator. I think he was at Texas or something. I don't care where he was. He's terrible. Um, I think they're playing a lot of zone. I think from my view, my non-football view, or not, I know football, but not, I'm not a super X's and O's guy. But I don't get it, man. They gave up so many big passing plays and so many key moments where I'm like, are we just sitting back and letting them pick apart the zone? Because we're not really doing a whole lot on the and we have Notre Dame's got some of the best corners in college football. Leonard Moore, sophomore, he was first team All-American preseason. Christian Gray is very solid. Um, we've got a couple safeties that are and slipping my brain, but I'm really just focusing on Leonard Moore and Christian Gray at this point. These guys are all pro, not all pro, all American, you know, level corners. And I don't know. I don't know if it was the zone. I don't know if, because it was anytime it was a big third down, they would just piece up, they'd sit back and they'd just let them piece up these little like 10 to 14 yard post routes, little corner routes going on the outside. Really did okay on the run game perspective. Um, like Jeremiah Love led the game with 94 rushing yards, and that was more than anyone else in the game. So like Notre Dame was able to keep A&M in check on that. But every time, I gotta find his name, Casey Concepcion. Every time they needed a big catch, he was getting up there. Mario Craver, 7 for 207 and a touchdown. What are we doing? Why is Marcel Reed is known for running the football? Marcel Reed is not known as a pocket passing quarterback. Marcel Reed made his living and got this starting gig because he's able to run the ball. He averaged 5 yards a carry. Okay. Yep. Sure. 360 yards in the air. I'm willing to bet a lot of money that Marcel Reed, I'll do it right now. I'll bet $100 that there won't be another game this season, not counting playoffs. There won't be another game that AM has in the regular season where he eclipses 360 yards. I'll we'll donate it to charity or something. But you heard it. Hold me to.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't think there's any fucking way. Yeah, stamp it, write it down. Marcel Reed, he went 17 of 37, Max. He didn't even complete half of his fucking completions. He didn't complete half of his completions, and he still threw 360 yards. Max, this is exactly the stat line you get when you play on All American in NCAA football and you have a game that you have no business of winning. You suck at defense, and all you do is you run the same three all go for vertical plays in college football. So your guy completes half of the passes. You have 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my handwriting's shit, but
$100 that he will not eclipse 360 yards passing. On top of that, Max, not even 50% completion. How is that even possible? How is he so inaccurate that he's able to complete 360 yards for 2 touchdowns? What the fuck is going on? And then Le'Veon Moss just walks through the end zone every single time. Defense looked absolutely abysmal. CJ Carr threw for 20, he went 20 of 32 with 293 and a touchdown and a pick. He didn't play that bad. Offense looked finally better. A lot of carries, but 38 of 150 yards rushing, 162 if you count just the running backs. CJ Carr's like 5 sacks counts, but we rushed for 150 yards, and the defense, all they had to do was stop him on this last drive. The last drive, Max. Did you get a chance to watch the last drive?
yeah.
Yeah, that was awful. They just basically played matador defense until it became a point that they needed to actually defend. And when you're on
Yeah.
the 5 yard line, everyone runs an out route. Two guys run a slant, and you're going to hit one of them. It's not that complicated. So,
Yeah, I came back
uh,
from my concert to see that, and it just ruined my whole vibe. I was
yep,
so happy. I was like, yeah, yeah. And I turned on the TV. I was like, oh, Notre Dame's still playing. What?
they don't they don't have passing scheme. They don't have any receivers schemed up well enough for Notre Dame, other than their tight end Raritan. I mean, Malachi Fields played well, but we're throwing four for 53 and a touchdown to Jeremiah Love. Jaden Greathouse is getting 2 catches. Jordan Faison
Yeah.
getting 2 catches.
Our
So
best two wide receivers only getting 2 catches.
yep, and Fields is like our number one now, but he transferred from UVA. But like aside from that, like we shouldn't have Greathouse and Faison as our fourth and fifth best receivers in this game. It's
Yeah.
not schemed
Baseball
up
is the one
well.
that make great. Both of them make game-winning plays.
It doesn't make any sense.
You know,
Faison speed, Greathouse is great in a one-on-one matchup, and instead we're going to tight ends. Still think CJ Carr is maybe his playbook isn't fully opened. I'm not entirely sure, but it seems like that could be the case. Got to give hats off to A&M's defense, though. They did put a ton of pressure on Notre Dame, for CJ Carr to get out of his position and out of the pocket pretty quickly and a lot. But overall, yeah.
Yep. Oh well, it is what it is. We move on.
Yep. So there's that. I mean, Notre Dame's got to go 10-2, has to win out. Luckily, I don't think they dropped that many spots. Um, they're 24th now. I mean, they're 0-2. They haven't won a game yet, and they're still ranked. But it goes Purdue, Arkansas, Boise, NC State, USC, Boston College, Navy, Pitt, Syracuse, Stanford. So all that to say, other than USC, no one else is ranked. That's also a home game on the 18th of October. I don't think they deserve a chance if they go 10-2. However, Notre Dame goes 10-2, and there's enough two-loss teams in that at large perspective might be something to look at, because right now Notre Dame is 0-2 to two top 10 ranked teams, and their combined deficit, we've 4 points in 2 games. Only that's the plus minus.
And
Minus four.
A&M's climbing up, dude. A&M will. There's a chance A&M can win the fucking SEC.
I mean, dude, they look flying around. Hats off to Mike Elko. Yeah, A&M's a 10. I think Miami's a 5. So, I mean, yeah, you lose to two top 10 teams and then you beat everyone else. There's
We're
an opportunity to make it. I don't think they should, but there's an opportunity to make it.
because we don't have any other hard games.
No, exactly. So you got to win convincingly. Can't have any close games. Absolutely can't have a loss. So
USC, if USC can become good and we beat them,
that would be nice. Yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, that's where Notre Dame stands. I hope that rant was fitting enough for everyone. But yeah, I'm done. I'm done with Notre Dame football for a little bit. We're gonna focus on the Green Bay Packers and our weekly picks. So, shall we get to the picks, Max?
let's do it.
Cool. Kill. Alrighty. I got to lead college football last week. Max is going to lead college football this week. One, because he won. Two, because we're going to try and rotate because I'm just tired. I'll be last every time, and that's fine. But I got to get first a couple times. Get my picks in. So, Max, start us off. Pick number one of college football, week 4.
My 1-1, because I have, well, I don't think you would, but there's a very good chance. I'm absolutely fucking hammering an Illinois plus 4.5 at Indiana. I don't care that it's at Indiana. This is Illinois. We've talked about them. I mean, you got Altmaier, you got Fagan, who, I mean, absolute
Was it Breezy? Brazy?
Beatty.
Beatty. Thank you.
80. I mean, they played Western Michigan last week, so stats wise, they kind of cooled off and they didn't do too much. They still beat them 38-0, but um, they got Derrick Henry 2.0, 6'3", 255, absolute monster. Valentine, their backup's not too shabby either, but Beatty and Hollins, Bowick, solid. Illinois is just stacked, dude. Their defense looks good. Um, Absolutely love them. I don't care. I'm fucking. I start them 4 times. I just. They're my 1-1. Absolutely love it. Give me that all day. Plus 4.5 too. I don't give a shit.
I was gonna say, are they
This is a
technic?
legit team.
I was gonna say, are they technically, as it stands, are they in the money for Superdog?
No, because we
Oh
did
no, plus
we
one
did
eighty,
six and a
plus
half.
180.
I thought we did 6.5.
Well, yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, because 6.5 is pretty much plus 200 on the dot. Okay. Now I was looking, I was like, damn, if he comes back that with a super dog, then that would be wild. I mean, you
Well,
could
I
always.
wouldn't double dip, but no, this is super confident. They're gonna fucking just poop on them.
Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Um, I'm gonna go with one, and I think it is it's a mid mild rivalry game, but I like the way their QB looked. It is an away game, but I still like the style, and I think it should pan out. Give me Michigan, and I'm at minus 135 for money line. I can do that, or if you want me to take the minus 2.5 at minus 112, I can do either.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, I'm gonna go Michigan money line. I think Bryce Underwood's gonna have a nice day. I like the way Michigan's been rolling. Um, Nebraska usually around this time of year they usually get someone that is about this Michigan, not normally Michigan, but a middling Michigan or like a Wisconsin or something, and then they usually end up losing. Like everyone's like, oh, Nebraska. Blah, blah. But I think this is where Michigan maybe starts and makes a little statement. Bryce Underwood's been looking real good. So yeah, give me Michigan money line.
Yeah, love that. I had their spread as my 2-1.
Okay. Yep. That's good.
But that's okay. Because I absolutely love this one too. And I think we have already I kind of foreshadowed, but not even close to what game it would be. This is gonna be an over. This is gonna be a game where it's fucking just high scoring as shit. I think Texas Tech has their offense down. I think Utah absolutely has their offense down. I'm looking at a 57 and a half, and I'm thinking to myself, God damn, this game might be fucking 51 to 58 by the time it's over. Triple overtime, some crazy shit. This game has bananas written all over it. I wish it was a night game because it would be even more bananas. But this is starting off at noon. This team, it's 16 Utah versus 17 Texas Tech. This game's gonna be fucking electric. I can't fucking. It's at Utah, so that is, I think they're Mountain Time, so that's a 10 a.m. game for
Yep.
Utah. That's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be
Oh,
electric.
it's crazy. Max, you said you had Michigan minus 2.5 as your 201. I had the over as my 201. Yep. So no, I'm all over it. I actually have in our Fan Tracks league, I have Baron Morton, the QB for Texas Tech, and Dampier, the QB for Utah. And I'm probably gonna start both of them.
Yeah, I got Williams, the running back, and I didn't start him last week because he's been shy, and then he puts up like 31 last week. But I'm starting him this week.
Oh yeah, they look good, man. Both teams look really good. I'm excited for that game. That's gonna
Yeah,
be an awesome one.
it's gonna be so sick. 10 a.m. Come on.
Need it, need it. Okay, well that makes that a little tougher for me.
Yeah, you fucked
Uh,
up my third now. I have one, but I'm not too certain on it.
I've got one. It's another money line that's like minus 130. Let me just make sure I got the opponent right. Um, it's a team I've been pretty high on, and I'm gonna continue to be high on. Um, that team has a new head coach. His name's Dan Mullen. We've got Vontez Perfect as a defensive analyst. I don't know what he's doing over there. I'll tell you what, they go into Oxford, Miami of Ohio. Minus 2.5, minus 130 on the money line. Give me the money line. I'm not playing around again. If I can get a money line at minus 130 or a 2.5 at minus 112, I will take the money line. Yes, I understand a lot of times can get that. There's value there, obviously. I don't like risking it. I don't like a bullshit overtime. Well, overtime would work unless they go and do overtime with the 2 point conversions and they win by two. I'm not playing around with that. Give me UNLV minus 130 on the money line.
Okay, I like it.
Yep, they're still figuring out the QB situation. Um, so they're playing both guys. So, yep, just give me UNLV and let's see where the rest of it goes. So, yep.
Dig, I can dig. All right, I actually got a fucking beautiful one that I hate to do, but I just said how shitty their opponent is. Give me Miami minus 7.5 against
Damn
Florida.
it, Max. We're really on. Like, I feel like if we put our top three together, like our top six, I feel like we have the same top six picks.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, Miami, they shit on, sorry, Hester. They shit on us. Well, not really. It was close, but they just look fantastic. Fuck Carson Beck. Fuck everyone about Miami, but I'm about my money, so give me that all day.
Yep. Yep. Now you have crossed out three of my eight picks. So that leaves me with, well, excluding Superdog, it leaves me with two picks. And I'm gonna do one. I don't want to double down. I will well, since you already did your three, I will give this as a quick honorable mention. I definitely like Texas Tech plus three at Utah. Will not be I will probably be playing that. If I can do like a Texas Tech money line with an over, probably do a little fun little parlay with that. Um, Odds are I might even do like a over 60, like tease the over up a little bit and get plus money. But not gonna go with the plus three. I'm gonna go with a team who is a dog this week at home. They, I feel like this is like trap. Oh, geez, and it's already come down a half a point since I wrote it down. I think Arkansas, they kept Ole Miss close. They only lost by 6. They beat Arkansas State by a lot. They beat their week one opponent by a lot. I think there's a lot of hype on Arkansas. And in a noon trap game at Memphis, I like the way Memphis is looking. They've got transfers galore. I like what they're looking at. Give me Memphis +7 on the road. I might even it's not my super dog, but might even sprinkle money line come Saturday, depending on where that's at. It's at +225 right now, but I like Memphis in a trap game. It's ugly. Arkansas getting 7 points in any game is kind of insane, unless it's like Arkansas State or some shit. Um, so I mean I like Memphis. There's high
And
school.
then you get that. Oh.
Which
Then
one? The Arkansas State game?
yeah, and then they
They
beat.
won by 42. Yeah, they beat Arkansas State. They suck, dude. I don't. They're like 0-3. I don't need to hear about it. I'm gonna fucking fade Arkansas until they collapse. Okay. I'm not getting off the Arkansas horse. They are frauds. Someone's got to tell them. All right. And the 6 point loss to Ole Miss is not my. Oh, they're still in here. No, get me out
I
of
think
here.
it's more Ole Miss ain't legit.
It might be, exactly. And so if Ole Miss was more legit, Arkansas would probably be 10.5 point favorites, but they're not. It's only a touchdown. Yeah, give me Memphis. It's ugly. I don't give a fuck. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. That was the last, honestly, like non-super dog pick I had. So I really don't have much other picks to give out aside from that. But Max, give me your super dog.
All right. You just led me in right to it. Give me them good old Tulane big waves against Ole Miss. We saw Arkansas, barely keep up with, well, not barely. We saw Arkansas keep up with them. Kentucky kept up with them. I mean, Georgia State, who cares? But you've seen these two teams. I think Tulane's just as good, if not better. Tulane's a very solid, just gritty team that I love to watch. So give me that plus 11 and a half. And I don't, let me get that money line. So always forget to write down the money line.
I got 350, I think. Yep, plus 350.
Plus 350. Cool. Yeah. Love that plus 11 and a half because it might be like a 10 point, like almost backdoor cover.
Yep. Yep. No, I hear you there. I like that a lot. Retzlaff's looking pretty good. This could be a Ole Miss is like, hey, we're actually legit this year, and like put a hamper on. Or to your point, Max, hey, you guys have gotten away with Kentucky by a touchdown, uh, Arkansas by a touchdown. Maybe not Tulane. So I love that. Plus 350 is good value.
Beat Duke.
And I am gonna go with one that I had to like double check just because I was like, Wisconsin kind of got their ass beat by um, Alabama last week, and I had them as my super dog. I was pretty shocked to see Maryland at +10 at Wisconsin. Yes, it's a noon game. It's going to be ugly. Over unders 44.5, and Maryland's getting +10 max. We're gonna do a numbers play here. I like the freshman QB from Maryland. This could be a coming out game for him. He's looked all right. They got away with murder. I think it was last week. So one of those where I don't know why Maryland is +10. I'm willing to bet you they will not be +10 by kickoff. So if you can take it sooner rather than later, I would probably go with that. So yeah, give me Maryland +10. Give me the Dirty Terps. I got to get one super dog here sometime soon. This might be the one.
Yeah. No, I like it.
Any other honorable mentions or maybe games that you're looking at from a betting perspective? What do you like? How about Auburn, Oklahoma? That's a top 25
Yeah.
matchup.
I don't want to touch that, to be honest. I have no idea.
Jackson Arnold playing his old team in Oklahoma, transferring from Oklahoma to Auburn. Could be a little revengey game there.
I just want to say Oklahoma. just with my gut right away. But I really don't want to touch it. I don't know.
I might try and find like a noon or like a 3:30 leg that I can parlay Oklahoma's money line with. I don't want to play the points though.
6.5 is a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like much of the later game. The
Like
three.
a Michigan money line.
Yeah, that would probably be about it. And I would even maybe do like just to it'll be
Plus
more
140.
okay.
So
Even I wonder what like a Michigan plus three. I don't even feel like doing Michigan plus 3.5, but I was gonna say if you did like
ew, dude.
hmm?
It's not even worth it. Oh, Michigan plus no. If you do -2.5 Michigan, it's plus 168. Might as well just do money line plus 147.
Yeah, and if you do Michigan plus 3.5, that's like minus 238 with uh Oklahoma money line, that's what?
Plus 102.
It's not bad, but yeah, it's not. I mean, like that's like if I only have one bet left to place for Saturday.
Yeah, you just need something for Sunday. One
Yeah,
o'clock.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So, all right. Well, I don't really have anything other than that. I'm not going to talk about Notre Dame being 24.5 point favorites because they're going to probably somehow find a way to lose again.
Yep, fuck them.
Mhm.
Go W. Let's go Rich Rod.
Yep. And then got the Apple Cup with Washington State. Wouldn't touch Washington State with a 300-mile pole. Um, so there's that.
State against Oregon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about all I have there. So, yep. Yeah, that's all I got. All righty. Well, that's it for college football. Let's get on to the NFL. Let's recap some picks. Max with a huge 5-1, counting the touchdown parlay. So, start with some positives here. Max obviously kicked ass. We did hit our first touchdown parlay of the year in week 2. So, hats off to us. I don't know. We did have to do 3 legs last year with Sean, but I
Sean
don't
was
think
on the back.
I think we hit one last year. I think we only hit one last year, and we
Yeah.
already hit one this year. We hit Neighbors and James Conner. Neighbors had 2. Connor had a nice little dump in, little 3-yard goal line rush. We knew James Conner was due, and it was nice to see Malik Neighbors, have himself a day. I feel like after the first week, everyone was like, "Whoa, what's this Malik Neighbors? Touches is what is that going to look like moving forward? Is he actually going to get all the carries?" and all that, or catches and things like that. But he was
Ooh,
rolling. So
I
shout
got
out to us on the touchdown parlay. And then also shout out to us for knocking both our props down. So if we know
it.
anything about ball, it's props and touchdown parlays. So happy about that. But Max, very, very nice weekend from you on the NFL front. A big 5-1 with honestly could have been 6-0 if the Cardinals didn't backdoor.
Yeah, the Cardinals fucking suck, dude. They had that. I don't have it pulled up, but I'm pretty sure it was what, like 17-10 or something, like a couple minutes left. Where I had that. That doesn't make sense.
I think it was
Um,
20-10 or
what game are we talking about?
talking
There-
about Arizona and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so 20-3 at halftime.
That's what it was, yeah.
And then uh 17 to 17-9 going into the fourth, 13 straight from the Panthers in the fourth. So unfortunate there, but everything else, Tampa Bay, felt that in my gonads, down in my plums. That
Yep.
was I don't know why. Ever since Baker went there, that's just become my team. I fucking love them so much. They're such a fun team to watch. Baker just looks like he just feels at home. It's almost like watching Oklahoma Baker again. You didn't see this kind of Baker uh, back in uh, back in Carolina or the Browns.
Well, and
That
you got Mike Evans and Egbuka to throw to, and then you got
yeah,
Kate Otten and Bucky
Godwin
Irving.
never plays again.
Yeah, yeah, and then I'll do it. I'll do it.
Lucky
Fucking
Irvin.
No, fuck this shit, dude. How the fuck on the last drive? How does Houston not play better defense? How do you play so matador defense? They have three fucking timeouts. They have three fucking timeouts. If you're Houston's D coordinator, why are you letting them dump off 15-yard receptions to Bucky and Rashad White every fucking play? You just let them run slants and drags, and they just catch it. It's Max. It's. I was playing a fucking video game, and you're just like, okay, cool. I'll just dump it off to my tight end every time. I have three timeouts in 52 seconds. Somehow, they have enough time to keep doing that. And then they had one good out route. I think it was to Buka or Evans on the left side for like a little 15-yard kind of out corner route. Other than that, everything else was a fucking dump off. And then Houston decides to play man coverage on the 5 fucking yard line finally, as if they didn't have the best corners in this game going forward. I was on
What was it? It
Houston.
wasn't Scotty Miller. It was Ryan Miller. Is it
Yeah.
kind of
Who the
Miller?
fuck is Ryan Miller? Who is that guy? I mean, I could have come out there and caught a couple curl routes in the
Like, what
fucking.
the fuck is that?
Yeah, dude, ridiculous. What are we doing there? I don't know how
Hey,
that
but Baker, that little sneak under Will Anderson, that was nasty. He
that
went
was nasty. Yeah.
first down. I thought it was over. I thought it was over, and then he got that. Wait, it was like 4th and 10, right? I
I
think it
can't
was,
remember if it was 4th and 10 or if it was
maybe it
like
was
third
third
and
and
set.
10.
I thought it was like 3rd and 17 or something.
Yeah, he got that first. But that was just beautiful work.
Yeah.
Um,
Fuck that.
that I knew the Denver Colts game was going to be ugly, and then
It was an ugly over, not like one of those cool overs. It was an ugly.
yeah, yeah, like just sloppy. But Indiana Jones, one of the coldest names that like I have no hate to Daniel Jones, but just the fact that he has such a cold nickname and he's such like a just like kind of dweeb, just like a Duke. Like, I'm Daniel Jones. Nice to meet you. But his name is Indiana Jones. Super sick, super tough. Um, and then yeah, that Minnesota Atlanta game kind of
That
scared
was a
me.
great play.
Scared me at first, but then Minnesota looks like shit. I'm so mad that never mind. We'll get into that later. But yeah, good stuff. McBride did his thing, and like you said, Neighbors did his thing. So good stuff there. Really, I think I told Sam in the pre-lobby, or maybe I already said it, but wasn't feeling too great coming into this weekend, but turned out good.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Max. Like I was looking back at some of the better weeks, like that we had last year, and there's one where I think I went 5-1. It was probably the ugliest slate that I've ever picked, and I was like, dude, this is gonna be ass. And I feel like that's what we need to do. Like it's almost like it's just like don't pick the cute ones because that's what everyone else is doing. Like we can't get bought out by these fucking Vegas lines. I'm tired of it, Grandpa.
I'm sick of that.
Nice
That's
to-
you, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, my thing is, Max, I had the game script exactly how I thought it was going to be. Totally knew it was an under game. Was like, it's going to be a very ugly game. All CJ Stroud has to do is get 3 drives where they score touchdowns. That's it. If they score 21 points, no problem. Like, I like Tampa Bay's offense, but Houston's defense is suffocating. And they were all the way up until this last fucking drive where they were up 12-19 and still not able to. It's like when you can game, I can game script a game exactly how it's going to be, and for some reason it just doesn't. Like it somehow ends up with. It's basically they have the same fucking stats almost, except for that Tampa Bay had more rushing, they have more offense, but not by much. But I mean, Houston is an under team, Max. If I know anything now, Houston is just an under team.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
they suck.
yeah, they suck, but their defense is good. So offensively they suck. Defensively they're good. Um, and so yeah, that's a tough one there. What else? I'd keep hijacking you. McBride, you didn't even know what the line was, but 70 plus hit. And that was
Yeah,
big.
I don't know. I forgot to check on Sunday. I kind of wish I saw what it was. Because what if 70 plus was like plus 105 or something? I don't know. Doubt it was, but what if it was?
It definitely wasn't anything longer than probably like plus 110, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I said like
Also, the shortest odds it would have been like maybe minus 130, maybe. Like it was within our range for sure. I
yeah,
bet.
there's no way it was yeah. I'd say
Yeah,
between minus 120 and plus 105.
yeah, I would say that's probably about for maybe like plus 110 or something, plus 115. But yeah, I would say it was definitely within that range. Um, so yeah, whatever Max you had last week, sprinkle that again. If you can get it on my side, great. Because you know what? I might just be a Packer. I might just know only the Packers when it comes to props. Did hit the Jordan Love 2+ passing touchdowns. Hit that pretty early. I don't think he didn't really have a passing touchdown after like mid early third quarter, but he did hit his props. And then Pittsburgh shit the bed. So we're
Yeah,
keeping away from Pittsburgh now. Cleveland can't do anything offensively. I'm not touching them.
counting.
The Jets can. I think the Jets just are. I don't know. They can't score at all. I thought at least like I think it was 30-9 or something like that. And I thought at least Buffalo
30-10.
30 to
Sorry.
10. See, and I was only a touchdown off. All I needed was the Jets to I thought 30-17. Easy. That's no problem. Jets can score 17 if they just scored like 32 against Pittsburgh. They should be able to score. And Buffalo's defense isn't that good, to be honest. They just gave up 42 to the Ravens. So it's not like I was, whatever. And then Rams, Titans, that was on par until the very end where they ended up just scoring a bunch of garbage. I think Rams had 2 garbage touchdowns in the last like 10 minutes of the fourth quarter. So it was on pace, didn't end up hitting. So yeah, overall,
Rams 2 field goals and a touchdown.
2 field goals and a touchdown. Yeah, exact. Okay, so still that's 13. So that would
And
have put me
Titans.
20 to yeah, it would have put me in the under. Um, So just some garbage time, fourth quarter touchdowns. We've learned our lesson. Before we get into all the picks for the NFL, and we'll go over other games here in a sec. Do want to call out some records. Max bounce back is 5-5 of non TD records here. So Max, oh, what the fuck just happened? Um, There we go. Max 5-5 on the NFL season, so huge bounce backs for Max. He's at 500, 6-2-1 on college. Yours truly 2-8, back-to-back 1-4 weekends. Yes, we did help the touchdown parlay, sure, but 3-6 on college football. Lot of work to be done. So that being said, Max, you ready to get into some week 3 picks?
Yeah. Or do we want to do our
Oh
just
wait, no. What's up?
do you want to recap your Thursday night and I'll recap my Sunday afternoon and we just get on with the picks and never mention it?
You're right. You're right. You're right. Good call. Good call. Yeah, if you want to start us off then.
You want me to start off? I mean, you went Thursday, so you were first if you want. We can give them
I,
the good cop, bad cop.
I think we go bad cop first then.
Okay.
And that way you got a little bit more time for my rant to go pee.
That's good. Kind of deal.
I mean, you
um,
know my method,
let
so
me just
you're
chug this beer real quick.
oh buddy. Oops.
Um, so after the Vikings, excuse me, I had to burp. After the Vikings, I was still kind of hopeful, thinking about, good stuff to take away. Um, we played them very well, realizing that JJ McCarthy just actually sucks, and our defense actually fucking sucks cock. And thinking to myself, maybe Flus actually was good for something. Because this defense is just in shambles. It's the same exact. Okay, sorry, I don't have TJ Well, TJ Edwards did end up playing.
You missed
All
three
right.
plays.
Sorry, I didn't have Jalen Johnson. Tariq Stevenson looks like he didn't do anything on the offseason. He get this. Tariq Stevenson, every the wide receivers that go up against Tariq Stevenson have a perfect player rating of 158.3. These past two games. Every receiver just dogs Tariq Stevenson. It's absolute crazy. 2 years ago, I was calling this man rookie of the year. Bullshit. This man is fumbling. Looks like he did nothing. He kind of looks like he gained weight. Fuck this defense. It's just insane how dog shit they are. Where the fuck is Montez Sweat? He's done nothing. Um, Offensive wise, Caleb looks good. Caleb truly does look good. He's again, I can count probably 5, 6, 7 balls, especially deep balls that he has not thrown well at all. Um, that's going to come with it, but in all, his pocket awareness is better. He's running around. He does look better. He's progressing every game. Um, we still got a lot to do. Our run game looks like shit. Jonah Jackson's a little fucking bitch. He can't do anything. Darnell Wright can't fucking stay still to save his goddamn life. If I pointed a gun to his head, which I would never, but if I did, he wouldn't be able to stand fucking still. He would false start. He'd false start back into me, and I'd accidentally pull the trigger. This fucking dumbass can't do anything right. Our O line just we thought we could get fucking Joe Dunley, Joe whatever the fuck his name. We Jonah Jackson we picked up thought was a great one. We're just bullshit. Nothing's actually changed. I feel bad for Ben Johnson because people are gonna blame him, and I know it's not on him. It's well a little bit on him. Dad, a quote from Dad I can say right here. I'll
Oh,
pull
geez.
this up. It's not too bad. He said, "Well, I told him good first drive. Defense needs to do better." That was after Detroit went down. They scored, but then we scored. And then it all went from shit from there. He texted me an hour and a half later. QB mistakes. Can we get an emotional coach to fire up the team? Good coach does a lot more than write a game plan. He/she motivates with example, passion, and empathy.
Oh my God.
So, but you see, I mean, Flus, Nagy, and no, I love Ben Johnson, whatever, but Flus, Nagy, Ben Johnson, I see what he's saying. He's an old school guy. Just take it with a grain of salt. Um, but you do, and then you look across the field, and Dan Campbell's just jumping around, screaming, going crazy. So it does he does kind of make a point. But nothing wrong. Offense just needs work. Um, a run game is non-existent. Uh, you know, what was it? We had 143, but Swift is only getting 63 yards. Um, Caleb's running for his life. That's the only reason he has fucking rushing yards. Roma Dunze on the bright side looks fantastic. 7 receptions, 128, 2 tutties. I think him and Caleb are going to get along very well, which makes me fear of a DJ Moore drama queen act coming soon. I love DJ. I've got his jersey and everything, but he is kind of a diva, and maybe not now that he has all the money. He's like, I got paid, so maybe I just don't give a shit, which would be fine. Well, not give a shit, but like don't give a shit about touches and all that. He's proved himself and stuff. He's got his money. So maybe he won't throw a diva fit. A lot to work with. 52 to 21 is just absolutely unacceptable. It's just crazy. I've gone on far enough. I didn't want to go this long on the rant, but I'm at a loss for words, and I'm actually kind of fed up. I don't know what to do at this point except for maybe just get rid of Poles and Warren and uh, start over. I don't know, sell the team. Do something. This sucks.
Didn't they just
Getting
sell? No,
old.
I thought they sold the team, but no, you're right. You're right.
No, Virginia died, but we still got George as not president. Kevin's president. George like the CFO or whatever. I don't know what you. I don't know the football ranks.
Fair.
I don't know. I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, dude.
It killed me, dude.
Yeah.
And somehow and this is what's early, but somehow we're favored against the Cowboys.
Yep. I was gonna mention that, but I will probably just mention that later. Um, yeah. I I don't know what to tell you, man. That I also think you guys got like not to try and make any positive spin zone, but you guys got like the worst version, most pissed off Lions version that you'll
I
probably.
know. No, I knew, and that's why I knew. And going into it, when I said I didn't want to touch Dub V or Bears, if I had to pick, it definitely would have been Dub V to actually do something. I knew
Yeah.
the Bears were gonna crumble. That 5.5. Are
I
you?
should have made West Virginia my super dog. I
I should have
genuinely did.
put my whole next 17 paychecks on Detroit plus or -7 or -5.5. Like that's insane.
Could you imagine doing like a -9.5 at like +150 and being like, I feel like I'm just like getting away with murder, and then just being like, oh yeah, I could have done 21.
Yeah, I could have done fucking 30, and that would have been plus 1,000, maybe 5,000.
Yep. Maybe we'll find someone else to be that person this week. I think it could be the Kansas City Chiefs over the Giants, to be honest
I
with you.
think it's going to be the fucking Bills over the Dolphins.
I know that's what scares me though, is because I feel like it should be. It might not be, but I'm currently looking through props to see if I can find any Thursday. Because right now I'm 1 for 1 on Thursday props. That's the only thing I'm 100% in, and it's just Thursday props. So I was gonna try and find something, but I'm not really finding much that I love. Um, so yeah, okay. Well, glad you got that out.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize because I'm.
Now for the good cop.
Yeah, good cop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All about Micah Parsons, baby. Squad is looking good. Absolutely dominated the Commanders on Thursday night. There wasn't a doubt in my mind. Max, there wasn't even a doubt, so much so that I didn't even watch the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. Yeah, they kind of almost got close. They had 8. It was 27-10, and then they made it a 9-point game. Max, guess what you can't do? You can't score 9 points in one possession. You can score 8. You can't score 9. Wasn't sweating shit. Absolutely dominated. Kept Jaden Daniels in check. Yeah, he was banged up a little bit. He probably got banged up because he was running from the Packers defense the entire game. Josh Jacobs looked great. Jordan Love looked flawless. Still need to get Matthew Golden involved. He looked good. Missed him on a couple deep throws. Tell you what, Mr. Jordan Love will not be missing those, those deep balls. I love the shots that they took though. Week 2, still got some rust to get off. I do think that they're going to be able to connect on a lot of those long balls. That fourth down play to Golden on the first drive of the game. Love that they went for it on fourth down. Love that they bombed it inches from completing that pass. So love what they did on the first drive. Looking a little Dan Campbell-y in terms of attacking on fourth down. So I really like the way Green Bay approached this game. Defense is just dominant. Doesn't even matter who's in the secondary. They're putting so much damn pressure on Daniels and Jared Goff that I have no issues between Van Ness, Parsons, Gary, Edge Cooper. Give me everything. Xavier McKinney coming down. Damn good time to be a Packers fan right now. I'm so fucking pumped. I love everything that they're doing. All I ask is that over time, let's tune up those little fourth down bombs. Let's tune them. Any of those shot calls that they've been doing, we just got to dial it in like half an inch, maybe a foot. he almost hit Golden on a couple. He had Dobbs on one. The one thing I do want to mention, Golden will get more carries and more visibility going into the next couple weeks just because of what happened to Jaden Reed with the broken collarbone. So hopefully he's able to get back pretty healthy, but it's probably at least 4 to 6 weeks, if not more. So really going to need Savion Williams, Matthew Golden to step up among Wicks and Dobbs and company. So did that. Did hit a Dobbs first touchdown parlay, which I don't think I gave out here, but I did end up playing that. Send it to y'all before time, I think. Um, Either way, loving what the Packers are doing. The defense looks great. Offense looks great. Special teams also looks great. So let's keep everything going. Couple things I have to note. First two games were at home, so something to keep in mind. It's nice when you start off two games at home. Looked really dominant. Love has had a lot of time. What I have to mention, Max, the Green Bay Packers did not have Zach Tom, their starting right tackle, or Aaron Banks, their starting right guard. So they were missing their two right-sided starters on offensive line. All still looked good. Everyone looked good. So that's a huge step in momentum and just good depth for the Green Bay O line. Pretty much guaranteed that one Packers O lineman will go down a year. It's the David Bakhtiari rule. Elton Jenkins took that crown, that trophy once Bakhtiari left, and now he's giving it to Zach Tom. So let's stay healthy on the Green Bay O line. Otherwise, defense looks fantastic. Jeff Halfley, I might only get to enjoy him this year. I might not see Jeff Halfley as a D coordinator for the Green Bay Packers after this season. He might be a head coach somewhere. Um, Guy's an absolute stud. I love the way the defense is looking. Offense just needs to polish up some things. Just get a Love's almost there. He's not fully dialed, but he's definitely looking good. He's just missed a couple long throws that he should be hitting, and just I love the way Green Bay looks. And I'll be honest with you, a Packers Super Bowl will make up for a shitty season of betting on college, NFL, Notre Dame, all of it. You take all that shit and you give me a Green Bay Super Bowl, nothing else matters. That's all I give a shit about. So, got my Micah Parsons, of course. Got a new jersey to rep during Sundays. We're gonna keep the same kind of mojo going. I got my Lambo Leap shirt that I'm gonna wear. I don't have it on now, but I wear it under the Green Bay jersey just to keep consistency. Same pants, everything's the same. Like the way they are looking going into Cleveland this weekend.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting game.
Yep.
We know that defense is pretty good on both ends, so be fun.
Is there and then Max, last thing before we get into the picks, I think we do have to mention not necessarily game by game, on things that we didn't get a chance to talk about. We do got to talk about some injuries that are going to plague some betting prospects, some betting eyes, props, it's etc. One probably being the biggest impact in terms of one singular team. Joe Burrow, turf toe, broken toe, whatever
Yep.
that is, he's out for quite some time. I'm
Yes.
what they say, 4 to 6 weeks at minimum.
I thought it was like 3 months, dude.
It might be, yeah. They put him on
Yeah,
IR.
he ended up having like torn ligaments, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so he's out for more than maybe it was 6 to 8 or 6 to 10. I don't know exactly. He's out for quite some time now. Um, he's one. Maybe it's McCarthy that's out for like 4 weeks. JJ McCarthy's.
Burrow, Joe Burrow needs toe surgery, will miss at least months due to injury. At least 3 months.
Okay, at least 3 months. So 9 to 12 weeks then. So he's going to be out for a lot, if not most of the season. Um,
Bengals signed veteran Mike White 10
oh,
hours to help.
yeah, like
Mike
that.
White, Jets legend Mike White.
Jets legend Jake Browning about to be a big time star here
He
in
didn't
Cincinnati.
look too bad.
No, he didn't. He didn't. And they've got enough where they've got some stuff going on. Will say if you're a Chase fantasy owner, that fucking sucks. Because He goes from
Oh
number
yeah.
he goes, yes, he still got a lot with Browning. But at the same time, I just they're gonna just key on him. Uber.
Ooh,
Uh, but yeah, so that's one. JJ McCarthy from Minnesota out for what, 4 weeks, I believe. Um, he also had some ankle stuff. I'm trying to just look through some injury things to note.
2 to
Jaden
4 weeks.
Daniels,
Carson Wentz, though. Of
yeah,
course, Carson
Carson
Wentz.
Wentz. Uh, and then Jaden Daniels, little banged up, but he should be okay. I
Okay.
think that's it from a QB perspective now.
Yeah.
Oh, and Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's also out, but he was out last week.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
uh,
Totally.
so yeah, yep. Any other games or things to mention going in before we do the picks?
No, it's rock and roll. Ready to forget. Well, forget about the Bears and remember my good picks and carry them on in this week, baby.
Let's
You want to
go.
go first?
Um, Not, you know what? I don't actually. I was going to, but you beat me in both, so we're gonna keep that as it should and as it has been. So I'm gonna give you the first one here, but I'll tell you what not to pick. No, I'm just kidding.
Too late.
Yeah, don't listen to anything I say. If I tell you don't pick something, you should put everything in your life that you have value to on it, and then you
Okay.
can thank me afterwards. Be like, you got me out of all my debt. I put the mortgage on opposite of what you said. And I'll be like, you're welcome. You're welcome. At least I can do something. At least I can do something for somebody. Because I
Yeah. So
can't
like,
do it for myself.
okay. That's enough. All right, I'm just gonna go with the favorite because why not? Um, I feel like you might pick them too. Give me Steelers minus 2.5 against the Pats.
Ooh,
Or
okay.
was it 1.5? No, it's 2.5.
Is it 2.5 now?
Yeah, it was earlier. It was
I mean, the
one.
Patriots look shit too.
Yeah, 2.5. Yeah, Patriots look like dog shit. Unfortunate. I do fuck with Vrabel. But I think their line isn't giving Drake May any help. Their offense is non-existent. They really don't have anything on defense. And I think Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers are pretty fucking pissed off after last week. So I think they come in and probably win by 10
Yep.
at Foxborough, but that don't change a thing for me.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I really like that. You're typing that. Okay, cool. Um, I'm gonna go with the dog. I got a couple dogs I do kind of like. Um, Actually, you know what? Fuck that. We're not going with that. We're gonna switch it up. We're gonna go with a game that I think, just all things considered, I think you gotta yeah, maybe we'll go with it. Um, I'm so torn because there's a couple ways I could go about this game, and I'm gonna do it. Yeah, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna go with Houston and Jacksonville under 44 and a half. I'm gonna harp on the under. I'm gonna harp on Houston being a good defensive team. Jacksonville's been struggling a little bit offensively. I think they got away. I mean, they scored 24 points or whatever, or 27 against Cincy. Their defense has been notoriously terrible. Jacksonville didn't look great in week one either. Give me Houston and Jacksonville under 44 and a half. No, it's like the ugliest thought of a game that I can have right now. And so, yeah, that's my under. I also don't have a ton of unders that I love this week, so I got to get that one while I can.
No, I like it.
Yeah, and I'll wait till you pick your under, but there's one under that I feel like is a trap, and even though I love it, it just feels like a trap. Oh, I'll just tell you, it's Cincinnati, Minnesota.
Good. That's not what I got.
Good. Okay. Because I feel like that game's a trap. Like I'm like, yeah, backup QBs, they should be able to not score points, but you know how that goes. So, yep, give me Houston, Jacksonville.
Defensive touchdown right there.
Yep, and I think Houston's pissed off. So like I think Houston's gonna win, and I think that the fact that they're under 40, like I feel like it's gonna be like a 28 to like 14 game. Like actually, I don't even think they score 28. I think it'll be like 24-16 or something. So yeah, give me Houston, Jacksonville.
Fuck, where do I want to go? I'll do this. I'll go over 43 and a half. Sorry, I do like your pick. Go give me over 43 and a half. Colts Titans.
Okay.
This is another little sloppy game, kind of gives me a
Yep.
little repeat of last week, that Indy Denver, and even more sloppy with the rookie Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward can definitely fuck up the game and, let Indianapolis get some points, but this also might be a little breakout game. I don't think Indy really has the greatest of defenses. I think he can kind of open up and make some big plays and get the ball rolling. 43 and a half seems very low, especially for how Indy's offense has looked. So um, I like it. I like that a lot. I think it could easily be a, you know, 24, 30. I don't know, 32. I don't know, some shit.
I was laughing because
Over. I think it's gonna be the fucking over.
I was laughing because I thought about you on that same exact thing. I was like, I bet you he's gonna go with the over there. I was like, I don't know if he'll do that for sure. Um, I was
Seems
like,
like a little sloppy game in division. You might think, oh well, then it's gonna be like 17-10. No, I think these both these teams can score. I want to see Cam Ward get some buckets. I know he doesn't have too much help with him, but I think he can make do. I think Daniel Jones might do another little like what was it, 4 for 4 on his first opening drives. Get that shit rolling again. So I like that a
yep,
lot.
I love that. Let's see. Max, I was gonna go a different way for the dog. I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely playing Houston money line. And whatever it is, I'm willing to bet you they will be even, and I wouldn't be surprised if Houston was -1.5 by the time Sunday comes around. Let me give you something. Jake Browning already has most of the game with the Bengals. Okay. You got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Chase Brown. Offensive line's a little shaky. Minnesota is going to be without JJ McCarthy, without Aaron Jones, most likely, without Jordan Addison. Jefferson might have a day.
Hmm.
He's probably going to be double, triple covered because all you got is Hawkinson there. Cincy 2-0, Minnesota 1-1. Minnesota did not look impressive to me, even on the defensive front against Atlanta. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals +3 with Jake Browning in Minnesota.
I love that.
Yeah,
I honestly didn't even eye it, so I'm glad you caught that. That's beautiful.
right. And I thought you might. I looked at all the dogs, and there's a ton of dogs, and I was like, let me make sure I get the one I want. So yeah, give me Cincy +3. Not really worried about the hook. I'll take the +3 at where it's at. Push is a push if it happens, but I think since he's able to kind of deal with all this, I think since he's going to win enough games where when if Joe Burrow comes back, people are going to start saying, "Well, what's Cincinnati about to do?" Because Jake Browning just led them to a 6-3 record in the first 9 weeks. I don't know. So yeah, give me Cincy all over that.
I like that a lot. I like it a lot. And Chase Brown, who I have on fantasy, will definitely be rolling. So
Oh. Yeah, he's gonna get more than his share of touches.
Oh, damn. I guess we're all pretty good. I don't think you'll have my prop. Nope, you definitely won't have my prop. So I'll say fuck it. Give me. I was torn on my dog. I have two dogs, but I talked myself out of the other one that I will give an honorable mention to. Give me the main one. Give me fucking Rams plus 3.5.
Love it. Fuck
Philly.
yeah.
I don't care that it's at Philly. Philly really hasn't proven much. Chiefs defense isn't all that. They put up 20. Sure, you could be like, well, that's still a good amount of points. Jalen Hurts had 101 passing yards. They did nothing, dude. Like that game was so sloppy and so drunk. Um, I absolutely love the Rams. Rams defense looks fucking so crisp. Uh, and it's Matthew Stafford. They got Puka. Puka is a dog. They got. Don't forget that they have what the Adobe Flash just randomly popped up on my screen. I thought I was getting a virus. Um, Puka. They got Devontae. I mean, they're just absolutely rolling. Kieran and Blake Corum actually got some touches, and I believe a tutty last game.
Yep.
So they're slowly using him. Their offense is rolling. I absolutely love. Defense is so good, dude. They got them Seminole boys just sitting there, just absolutely dogging the O line, and all that comes behind them. So love plus 3.5. 2.5, maybe I wouldn't be so lovey dovey, but give me that plus 3.5 all fucking day.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. That was I, yep. I'm definitely gonna be looking at that.
It's gonna go down to 3, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
That's why we get the hook, man. That's why you get the hook because it's gonna be 2.5 in come Thursday. So
Yeah.
hopefully you guys are listening because we've actually clipped some good picks where we've gotten ahead of the odds. The odds change and they end up losing on Sunday, but we won because we
Or
booked
I
it.
got fucked like the Bills where I had them.
That's why those tight +1.5, -1.5 ones are always tough. Like, I try to stay away from them, but they're always tough. But yeah, I love the way the Rams look. Very encouraging showing on their part. So I like that a lot. Um, I gotta go when it oh, I could do a prop, but like you said, we're probably not gonna get our props down. So let me get my favorite out there. Couple favorites I like. I do love my Green Bay at Cleveland. Could just be an ugly Miles Garrett game where it's not high scoring. So I'm not touching the 8.5 there. I like Indy -3.5, but this could be the time where we all go, oh, maybe Indy is actually not good. Don't know. Not worried about it. I'll figure it out next week. And Max, where I land on, there's one team that's 0-2 right now that went to the Super Bowl last year. They have the best quarterback on the planet, and they have one of the best offensive minds in all of football to ever grace the sideline. They are -5.5 in New York. There's no reason the Giants gave me any reason to think that they could hang around with Kansas City. They hung around with a shitty, high scoring, just undisciplined Dallas Cowboys team. Patrick Mahomes will not start 0-3, and they will make this a statement. I feel bad for Malik Neighbors because he's about to get just smoked. It's not his fault. I just don't think the New York Giants are. They played Cowboys last week, obviously Matador defense, and then played the Commanders and scored 14 against the Commanders defense. I don't see it. I don't see any issues with why Kansas City can't go 5.5. Bet you, Max, to our point, this is a line that moves away from our favor. Probably starts at 5.5, ends at 7, maybe 6.5. Not gonna take it. Give me the 5.5 just in case it goes to overtime. Give me KC -5.5. Get me the fuck out of here, man. I need wins. I am 2-8 on NFL. I am not taking no for an answer this week. So give me KC -5.5.
Sorry, I'm reading. Damn, when I wrote it down, it was 6.5, and
Did
that was
it?
honorable mention, dog. No, no, no. But I guess it changed since I wrote it down.
Yeah, the fact that it's -5.5 is crazy. I'll take that all day.
Yeah,
They got
that's
to get the offense figured out. They have to. There's no like.
uh, damn it. I got the fucking hiccups. I like the Chiefs, or I like the Giants, but then I'll talk myself out of it.
Fair, fair.
Damn. All right. What I got left? Under, give me under Green Bay, Cleveland Browns. I think that it's gonna be a very defensive game. I think it's gonna end 17-10 Green Bay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's gonna be very defensive. Um, I think the Baltimore game was a little fluky. You add in some extra like uh rivalry component. You get that too.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry, I got the fucking hiccups out of nowhere.
All right, what is that over under? Sorry.
Uh, under 42 and a half.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, before we get to the props, we've got one last over. We've got one last over here. And Max, I was gonna do Cowboys +1.5 at Chicago, or not at Chicago, versus Chicago for my dog. I was thinking about doing Houston +1.5. But you know where I'm gonna get a piece of this Dallas Chicago game? I'm gonna get a piece of this Dallas Chicago game on the over. Give me Dallas and Chicago over 49.5. Both defenses did not give me any reason to think things will get better. If they do, great. If not, it still could be a sloppy over. I think
Ooh, I
it's
kind of love that.
yeah, I like 27-24. I don't know who's going to win the game. I like 27-24. I think that's a pretty doable thing. Bears got to get back offensively. Cowboys are going to keep rolling offensively. Their defense is going to be terrible. I think it's a good opportunity for both QBs to have themselves a day. And so yeah, give me Dallas Chicago over 50 or sorry. Ooh, I almost threw up in my mouth.
Dude, we're both fucking struggling right now.
Yep, but give me Dallas Chicago over 49.5.
Yeah, that's one game we didn't mention, dude. How about that fucking end of that game? Six lead changes in the fourth quarter.
That game was insane.
64 yarder to tie it up. A random what? Just a random fucking soccer player they picked up?
Yeah, Brandon Aubrey played soccer at Notre Dame and then decided he wanted to kick after getting let go from a finance job.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, you still haven't done your 50-yard bet.
Maybe this is a good time to do it.
Maybe. But yeah, just absolute fucking cannon from that man. 60, well, it was a 64, 50, 53, 46er, and then
Yep.
what else it was. But absolute dog. That game was crazy. I think we lose that game again, but I'm just fucking pissed off as fuck about it. I'm pissed off that you brought it up. Well, we're okay. We lose. It's gonna be another Dak. It's gonna be like Dak throws for 350, three tutties. CD goes for 120, two tutties. And we're just like, oh my God, are the Cowboys back? And then I'm like, no, the Bears just suck fucking cock and ass. They just do the whole thing. They do from dick all the way down to asshole. They just gulp it up.
The whole tank
Yeah.
and tank. That's crazy.
They like break their jaw and it goes wide open and they just gulp it up.
Jeez, I don't know that we had to get that vivid. I think we might have to switch our filter to not safe for kids now.
Probably. I think it should have been changed a long time ago.
Yeah, I think it was changed a long time ago. Um,
Like, you guys said some bad things. You need to switch it. All right. So prop for Max. I guess I could go tight end too, but right, my turn.
yep.
Now that my hiccups are gone, I feel so much better. Give me prop out of the blue, not out of the blue, throwback, Justin Fields. I don't know what he's gonna do. Give me his rushing yards. I'm guessing between 40 and 50 is probably going to be our ideal spot. I think a few weeks ago when I'm or not few, I guess it would have been last week, or 2 weeks ago when I mentioned it. His 50 was I think around minus 110.
It'll
Um,
probably be a little lower.
yeah, I tried looking at it on Sportsline for projections, but they don't have his rushing projections. So I like it a lot. I think he's gonna run all over the Tampa Bay defense. Um, he's gonna find those open holes, and he probably might rush for like 80 yards. So I like that a lot. We'll say his max like 50, because there's no way it's minus 140 at 50 rushing yards.
No, no. I was gonna say honestly, I bet his rush yards are closer to like 42, 47. If I had to put I guess the line on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, but we'll see. I think the fact that I'm saying I like it at even 50, I think he can get a few yard or a few rushes for easily 10 apiece. Um, some for even 50. But yeah, I like that a lot. I like him. He looks all right. He looks good.
No, I like that. No, I like that a lot. I was trying to see like a rush receiving yards. Um, I don't really there's only one play I actually like on the Thursday slate. And that's Tua's overpassing. I mean, his 230 plus is minus 133. I think he's gonna throw for like 240, if not more. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just do it. Give me Tua in a game that they're probably gonna be trailing. In a game I really hope he doesn't get hurt. Give me Tua Tagovailoa, 240 plus passing yards at minus 102. I just think they're going to be in a absolute like they're going to be down like 10 to 17 most of the game. They're going to have to get back in the passing game. 240 seems pretty reasonable, and Buffalo's secondary hasn't been great. I'm not going to tell you that Justin Fields' passing ability is a defensive matchup that I need to be like, oh, well, he only threw for 100 yards. Well, Justin Fields isn't really, that's not his thing. He's a runner. And if they don't have both of that in the gameplay, his whole game's messed up. So yeah, and there's something about I don't like having a over under or a prop that I don't know the odds for already. So I'll try and do two back-to-back Thursdays in a row. If I don't hit it, then we'll get to the drawing board after. But yeah, give me 240 plus at minus 103. I mean, I could even do 230 at minus 133 and still be in our range, but I won't do that. I think he can throw for like 250, 260, maybe 270 tops, but I think he's gonna have to pass the ball a lot. So yeah, give me Tua on the 240 plus. Let's see how it goes. If this doesn't hit, then I'm never betting the Dolphins again.
Yeah. Zim, usually I can say I'm with you on pretty much all your bets, you know. Usually I can be like, yeah, I like that and it's good. I don't know if I can handle that and rock with that. I mean, New England's defense is terrible. I mean, I know you're looking at that 315 he hit up last week. Colts defense ain't much better, and he looked like dog shit. So, um, I don't really like it, but 240 is not too much to ask for. So I understand where you're coming from. I think he's going to be hitting right around that 225, 250. So be a good nail biter. You might be like me with Baker on last night or not. Yeah, last night, Monday night, um, trying to get that 200. So I'll leave it at that. But I can see it. I can see it, but I don't know if I can rock with it.
I mean, like, cause yeah, I was looking at some HAN stuff, but his rushing receiving is like 100, and I'm like, okay, well, they're playing the Bills, like,
Yeah.
try and do something. Josh Allen's 2 touchdowns is minus 154. His passing yards, like, it's such a it's a tough game to kind of do that for, but we're not. We'll do what we can. I do like James Cook there. I don't know. We'll see. Eh. If that's the only bet I miss, then yeah. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, touchdown parlay. Let's do it. Let's hit it again. Where are we going, Max?
Even the man who kind of foreshadowed it. Been balling out this year, been having a great year. And like I said, I think him and QB1 are having a good little relationship going on. Give me Roma Dunze for a third game straight at plus 155.
Ooh, Rome. Okay, there you go.
I like it a lot.
Is that do they
I
have
think Ben draws up good plays for Rome to be open because they're going to be on DJ. And I get it. DJ's the wide receiver one, so Rome can just sneak in there. But his open field presence is very good, and he can turn a 10-yard slant into a 30-yard touchdown. So I like it a lot.
Yep, yep. I'm with you there. Um, I'm going to
First
look.
Bears bet of the year, by the way. Sorry.
Sorry, what?
I was just saying first Bears bet of the year, by the way.
Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna stay away from the Packers. I don't really. I think it's gonna be an ugly game, and I don't want to add Josh Jacobs to it just to give us some things. So I'm gonna go with a little bit different of a route here. And that route, my friend, is a guy who I'm hoping gets in the end zone against the Patriots. He's the lead running back right now, Jalen Warren, plus 105. I think he's going to be able to get a screen pass or kind of just a little dink and dump goal line touchdown. So give me Jalen Warren plus 105. It's not great. Um, and I'm kind of surprised it's plus 105, but that gives me a little bit of hmm. Jalen Warren's plus 105. I feel like that's a pretty solid bet. So yeah. Give me room, Warren. Do you have that parlayed in your
Yep. Plus 422.
oh, almost the magic number.
Almost the magic number.
But hey, we
Fucking
went plus 291 last week. Go up a little bit, give ourselves a little bit more of a test. Um, we go with that. And I think we had Henry and Josh Jacobs last week as like our additional one, like just for funsies. And I think that hit too.
It
I
was
think
Jacobs and I thought we did someone else. I thought I had someone else,
it was Derrick Henry.
maybe. I don't see it. Oh well.
That's what I have in our. That's what's on the sheet from last week. It says
Did
Henry.
Derek score?
I'm checking, but I think he did. Ooh, I don't think he did
I
actually.
think he did.
No, he didn't. Okay, never mind. We
He
didn't hit the.
fumbled.
Oh, because Lamar had 4 passing touchdowns, so that's what.
I actually don't know. He fumbled. I was thinking of the Bills game. But yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we got our picks. Any honorable mentions? Anything else you like for the weekend that we have not mentioned?
Honestly, no. It was a tough week. I was trying to minimize it. I didn't want to go too crazy.
Let me ask you one. It was more of a question. I almost went with it, but I didn't end up going. Atlanta, Carolina over 43 and a half.
I don't know.
It reminds me of the Denver, Indiana game. Like two ugly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's tough. That's a scary one, though.
it is. That it is.
Yeah, because still, well, yeah, over. I'll say over. So I was like, well, but then I realized Vikings defense is actually pretty fucking nasty. So, and they still put up 22.
Yeah. Yep. It's more Carolina that I'm concerned with.
Carolina will be able to put up a little bit. Vikings defense is dog shit. They
Yeah.
might be worse.
Falcons defense is kind of dog shit too. I know
Yeah.
they
No,
only
I can see that being like yeah, like 21, 24.
yeah. Hey,
And
that's fine.
it's like Vikings are up 24 to 10.
That was the thing is it's pretty low.
Like
So
last week's Cardinals Panthers.
damn. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's honestly I was like, that's pretty similar. Except
Yeah.
I like Atlanta's offense kind of more going forward, but
Yeah.
so yeah, well that's the picks. I don't see anything else to bring up. So yeah, there's definitely some games we missed, but
Can't hit them all. Can't bet them all.
no, I mean, yeah, I don't like anything from New Orleans and Seattle, Denver, LA. I like the over 45 and a half. And then Arizona, San Fran is going to be an ugly ass game, but I'll probably bet Arizona because San Fran with Mac Jones still isn't like super impressive to me. But that's it. Oh, and then Detroit, Baltimore, though, Monday night, 4.5 plus 4.5 Detroit, which I love. Didn't
Yeah.
and then over under 51 and a half, which I like the over. But I just couldn't get myself to pick that game because that could end up being an ugly like under. But yeah, those were the games.
I like it.
All righty. Well, Max, let's have ourselves a good little weekend. Thanks everyone for listening. I hope all your teams win, all your bets win, even though we know it's not physically possible, but hopefully most of you win. And yeah, we'll pack. Let's have ourselves a good weekend.
Thanks, guys.